Everyone is quarantined at home and everyone's frantically trying to get a home gym together. We would talk to you a little bit about how our home gym came to be. All right, so this gym started in
Action!
1988, right? So Donovan started this gym when he got out of the Army because there were no gyms back in Rochester, Michigan.
We had one gym after I got out of the Army that was a racquetball club, and they took one of the racquetball courts and turned it into a Nautilus gym, and then they broke a hole into the next one and had a couple free weight places. And the beauty was you got to go to the locker room and watch all the old dudes walk around with just a towel on, sometimes maybe not a towel.
So you told me the gym started with you and some friends pooled some money.
Yep, so we needed a place to work out, and so I bought 3 pieces of equipment from Weight World, it was called, in Michigan. We bought this squat rack, this bench because it does inclines, declines, and shoulders, and this lat machine, plus 2 Texas power bars and a 300-pound Olympic set with an extra set of 45s, and that cost us a grand total out the door with taxes, $1,499.
In 1988.
In 1988.
Zoom in on where we got it
Yeah,
from.
right here,
Zoom
Weight
in on
World.
that sticker. Troy, Michigan.
The interesting part is that my dad's ceilings were only 7 foot tall in the basement, and so when you went into Weight World, you picked the equipment and they still had to make it. And so you picked the ones you want, and then they had to fabricate it. So I was able to get it cut down to 6'8" so it would fit in my dad's basement. So all of our equipment is only 6'8" instead of the normal 8 feet.
I started working out in that gym when I was in high school, right?
No, right after high school.
Well, I did a few times at your dad's gym,
Okay.
just a few. When I was in high school and you were the high school wrestling coach.
High school wrestling coach. And then everybody who got a membership to Dad's gym, now Thompson's gym, had to put in $10 for every day a week they worked out. So if they were like a 6-day-a-week workout, they had to give us $60, and that was a lifetime membership. So we took all of that money and we bought dumbbells from 5s to 50s. And then
So there's the dumbbells and the dumbbell racks.
and then we had a guy who worked for Detroit Tool and Die, had to fabricate us dumbbell racks. That was his membership fee, and he convinced the welder to weld them for a 12-pack each. So for a case of beer, we got 2 dumbbell racks, and that gave us all of our racks. And then anyone who came in later had to buy a piece of equipment to join the gym. So we got a leg machine and a calf machine, and we had a hip sled, but all of that equipment slowly got switched out for powerlifting equipment.
What did Big Jeff buy for the gym?
Big Jeff bought a
Titan bar.
Titan bar, that's
and
right.
Clamps.
And the clamps. Titan bar and the clamps. So we had just those very basic things, and we could get really great workouts in. And then as we got into powerlifting, one little bit, and then we always had this home gym, but as we got into powerlifting, we wanted better and better equipment. So in 2008 and 2006, we hosted Bench Press Nationals, and Titan Support Systems sponsored us 2 ER racks for holding the competition, which was pretty awesome because they're like, I don't know, $2,400. So we got 2 ER racks for holding that, and then we bought the Illegal bar. And then after time, I took over as North Carolina State Chair, and so we started wanting better and better equipment as we held different meets. So we had the reverse hyper was made by, I don't think this is around anymore, but West Carey Barbell made us the reverse hyper. Then we added in the ham glute machine. I don't know when the leg machine.
That was given to us that was initial Thompson's gym purchase for.
Oh, that was by a gym member?
Yep, gym member bought it.
So all this stuff that we had in here, I mean, a lot of the stuff that we still use is from 1988, so.
The newest one is that. Is the belt squat.
Oh yeah, the belt squat machine we had made by, what's the name of it?
State of the art.
State of the Art, right?
Yep, and they were able to cut down a belt squat machine to fit underneath the trophy case.
Yep.
We couldn't move that for sure.
Right. And then when we first moved to this house in 1997, this part used to be our single car garage.
From here, that
From
wall was
here.
missing, that was garage.
And then this part was an office and a mudroom. So we first moved here from Michigan. Can you remember how much like the moving company, the moving company came from Detroit, and they basically just dumped everything at the end of the driveway,
Well, the
right?
lady came in and we had our whole gym and we got to move by the pound and she came down and all of our equipment was laying there, including rubber matted floor, about this size, and she said, yeah, that looks like about 1,000 pounds. We're like, okay. Yeah.
So we had all this weight just sitting at the end of the driveway, and so our plan was we were gonna take down this wall, and I mean, we had 2 days to find a house. Donovan got a job down here. We had 2 days to find a house that would house, we had 2 big dogs and we needed a weight room. So I think we saw like 24 houses in 2 days.
And we had to live on the water.
Oh yes, and well, that was the whole reason for moving down here. So we started taking down this wall, and thankfully Donovan thought to measure it as we took down each post, because we quickly found out that that was a weight-bearing wall.
Yes.
So the floor started to sink a little bit, so we ended up having to get a
Jack post.
jack post. So we had our gym in here for many years, and then we started having children, and Brody Thompson, we needed a room for him.
Well, then I got tricked into telling us we were gonna have 3 kids. All that was to get an addition on the house so she could get more rooms. Because then as soon as we had 2, Brody, the filmer, being the last one, we decided that was enough.
Take a bow, Brody.
After we had Brody, we were like, there's no way we're having one more kid.
No.
But Jeff, we got this.
But then we got Jeff.
And Jeff.
So we got a big giant baby.
Look at the show on
He's like a big giant baby.
I'm everybody's comic relief.
So then we added an addition, put that wall back up, took out this wall, took out the garage, added that wall to separate all of the air conditioning units and hot water heaters and stuff, and then this is the final version of Thompson's gym.
Yeah.
Which houses, if you look at the belts, that many lifters. So it's
Lifters
gotta
from
be,
the neighborhood
yeah.
and friends, and everyone usually have 8 or 9 people in here lifting with the kids and their friends, and it's
until
been
quarantining, now we have 5.
made it really easy when the kids were little to keep working out, because they can sleep and you get a workout in. You get a workout in whenever you want. But I have a feeling now
Road
that
spot used to be right here.
yeah.
We would put in his car carrier, and we would like have Tucker, who was 3, hold the bottle while we squatted.
Yeah.
That seems safe, right?
Yeah.
But my feeling is now that there's this quarantine, a lot of people are trying to get home gyms. Might be kind of a more popular thing now.
Yeah, I think what people don't understand is they look at these giant pieces of equipment and how expensive they are. I mean, if you get a bench that does incline, decline, shoulders, and a power rack,
So like
and the lat machine,
some weights.
you're pretty much good. You can have a gym and do almost any powerlifting workout you want to do.
And you have a gym really for the rest of your life. So it's really easy to buy used gym equipment because it doesn't go bad. And we've had this stuff since 1988.
Yeah.
So you don't have to
25
have brand new
years
stuff.
and I haven't bought any different equipment. I'm still using the same bars and the same plates. They don't spoil or go bad. It's like honey. It's the only food that doesn't spoil.
So all you need to do is get some friends, make everyone buy one piece of equipment, and then you have to let them work out there whenever you want. And there you go.
And if you're like
Home
Big
gym.
Jeff, you don't need a home gym. You just need to know someone with a home gym.
That's right.
That's right.
And you really just need a dining room or a garage or a basement, you know.
Yeah, if you look at Will Garcia has his gym in his living room in a
It's just-
one-bedroom
You
apartment.
gotta make it a priority.
Yep.